Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build and update. So a couple weeks ago I built the LEGO Batwing versus the Joker, and I realized that my entire DC setup in this room, both comics, LEGOs and otherwise, was non-existent. I only had the old Tumbler, which just got announced as getting remade again. I found the awesome 100th anniversary of Batman Tumbler as well from Hot Wheels, and I figured, you know what? Superman's my favorite, and all I have is a little minifigure to show for it over here. So I decided to pick up a set from Man of Steel, a theme so forgotten that it has basically become more of the Snyderverse at that point. It is the Battle of Smallville, and primarily I wanted, obviously, a couple of the Kryptonians, primarily Zod, but I just wanted something a little bit different up here. So I'm going to try and put the Kryptonian ship next to the Tumbler ship, and then just kind of have a couple different Superman up there. Eventually, I want to do a custom minifigure display for DC. There's one specific set that I really only want for the minifigures, but it's a whole neither here nor there thing. So I don't really want to build some of them until that's done. This side of the room is also seeing some solid upgrades recently. You have the entire Nightmare Realm, you have Pokemon underneath, you have Batman on DC here, and then the Forestmen are above it, which I was going to include that in here, but I had to crop it out a little bit because there's an upcoming video for that, and I don't want it to kind of like spoil anything. So today we're going to be building the Battle of Smallville. I'm very excited for it. It's a cool set, and it's on my desk right now being worked on. I bought it off of eBay. It was missing a couple pieces. One piece was broken, so it won't be having the antenna, sadly. And Colonel, I forget his name, Hardy, I believe his name was, is missing his head. I did know that. I don't know why. I just didn't spring to buy him for $2, but oh well. But yeah, finally upgrading some DC sets. I'm really excited. They just announced the Batman Arkham Asylum set for, I believe it's going to be next year. I don't know if the time frame is tentative yet or not. But DC finally is getting one of those like bigger modular style sets, and rumor has it that it could be modular. I mean, it's the Arkham Asylum. It definitely could be. Hopefully more in vein of Daily Bugle and Avengers and Sanctum Sanctorum than X-Men Mansion, but it all depends on where you're actually going to put it. If it's in a display like this, then obviously like a single piece would be fine, but if I could integrate Arkham Asylum into the city, I think that would be amazing, especially since we already have Jim Gordon and Batman patrolling that city. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm hoping DC branches out from Batman and just does more DC. Never been a huge Batman guy. The Lego sets are fine, but we have 18 tumblers now. We have multiple we don't need more tumblers. We don't need 4 remakes of each Batmobile. So just stuff like that, I think definitely could be like managed a little bit better. But Batman sells. Not all of DC does, especially in this day and age. DC Comics isn't exactly everyone's favorite thing with media and such. Like, it is what it is, but I definitely think this Arkham Asylum could be the best DC set ever made, and I really hope that it is. And if you guys remember, the past 2 years that I've been doing YouTube, I've wanted to customize like a modular Arkham Asylum, but it was just obscenely expensive trying to get like the old ones together in the in the vernacular that I needed, because maybe 2 of them wouldn't work, maybe you would need more. So it was too expensive. I mean, it would have been like 600 plus probably to do everything, and the minifigures and some of them are great, but I was hoping the rumors would have been true, and they are. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another Lego build. I tried to illuminate this side with my ring light the best I can. I'm probably going to put a puck light or something under here eventually. Maybe I'll build another light up bat light. I think that could be pretty cool, but it's obviously a small display. But for now, I'm kind of just doing what I did with my Marvel display. All the excess builds and minifigures that I don't really have a home for are going to go there. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's get started on this awesome Battle of Smallville classic build. 11 years old, by the way. Man of Steel is 11 years old. If you want to feel old, there you go. Alright everybody, so here's the final build. Overall, it's definitely very unique looking. It's not the greatest set in the world. It's also missing the front dome piece. So sadly, yes, it is missing a couple pieces, but it is what it is. Paid probably the normal amount for it. It's around 40 to 50 bucks. It never really went up in value, and it is sad to see some of these really old sets that haven't gone anywhere. But hey, they make grabbing them in 2024 into 2025 that much easier. You got Colonel Hardy back here, by the way. I'll have to pick up a bald head or just another one of those minifigures now. If you're interested in this set, again, this is Superman Battle of Smallville from the Man of Steel lineup from 2013 into 2014. Had 5 minifigures, 3 of which are exclusive to this set, which is pretty cool. And I'll go over minifigures in a moment. It was selling for $50 retail and contained, let me see how many pieces this contained. 418 pieces, so not bad. Back when the price count and everything for licensed products wasn't too bad. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool set, and you do get some really cool minifigures, and that, again, is primarily why I wanted this one in particular. So now, we'll start off with the minifigures, obviously ignoring him. We do have General Zod, who is not exclusive to this set, but I primarily wanted Zod just like with that helmet. Maybe I'll get one with just a hairpiece, but of course, you can remove any portion of it. Like if you want to keep the actual chest guard or anything like that, you can. I don't think this has been removed in a very long time, so it's kind of jammed on there, unfortunately. Let me see. There we go. You can get that cool General Zod expression. It's steely grin. I love it. And then, of course, you can switch to the laser eyes as well. Very, very cool. But these chest prints with the actual armor, like, they're awesome. I love the Kryptonian armor. I thought it looked fantastic as a kid, and I still do now. I'll have to fix that cape in a moment. And then we move on to one of the featured ones of this, which is Tor-An. And yes, I did have to look up the name for this guy. I had no idea. His name was Tor-An. He's kind of like the henchman of the crew for the Kryptonians. He's definitely not the cool one, but he is exclusive to the set, which is pretty cool. You have that really nice Kryptonian and Zod armor. I think it looks fantastic. Or I should say, not armor, but you know what I mean. Then we move on to another really cool minifigure that I definitely wanted out of this one. Again, exclusive here, just like Colonel Hardy and Tor-An. This is Faora. Obviously, she's the female Kryptonian. If you see Man of Steel, you know exactly who she is. They also feature these really cool, like, proprietary guns, which I think look fantastic, but her hair print and her face definitely work out really, really well. Really great minifigure. And then last but not least, the big man himself, appearing in 3 different sets in a minifigure, as this minifigure in the Man of Steel lineup, Superman. I mean, that is some awesome torso print. Trying to, like, shine it in the light a little bit. Gives off, like, gold and silver. Got that grimace. Some back print as well. The minifigures do look fantastic in this set, and again, that is primarily the reason I bought it. We have a small army jeep. I really don't know where this is going to go. Maybe I'll take this out of the back and just have it driving through the Lego City. Just as something a little bit different, but that's for Colonel Hardy, of course. And then the piece de resistance here, you have the very fragile Kryptonian ship. Yeah, this is reviews going great, guys. It's going really lovely. So this sits in the bottom here. And it does pop off if you look at it aggressively, so definitely be prepared for that. But the actual side panels here do move up and down in a V pattern and are on a ball joint here. There's supposed to be 2 antennas here. Unfortunately, one did not come with it, and the other broke, so I'll figure that out in the future if I really, really want to. You, of course, have 2 smaller cockpits if you want the Kryptonians to sit inside, and another 2 spots in here. And then again, we are missing one up here, but we have an actual little turret system down here that rotates, and 2 large flick-fire missiles that I'm not going to concuss my cat with by shooting them off in this room. But overall, it does look pretty cool. Like, the groove system in here, I really like that indent. I think that looks really nice. But for an older set, it's obviously not going to be perfect, but I definitely think it looks pretty cool, and it's a piece of LEGO DC history, one that you really don't hear talked about very much. So now let's throw this in the actual DC display and see what we're looking at, guys. Alright, well, the ship barely fit. It's just a little, it is like a panel too wide, so I might end up having to take off like those little side V panels right on the each ends, and might slide it in a little bit better. Just the tumblers kind of just parked there. I'm trying to do villains on one side, heroes on the other for now. Again, This is very much a rough draft. It's just kind of a storage spot. I think it'll eventually have to be like a small DC area and a small Batman area, just because if I add one more Batmobile to it, it's kind of going to look better than if I did a Kryptonian ship. And God knows there's plenty of Batmobiles that I can do. I kind of like the classic one, but I don't know. After watching the Penguin and stuff, the new style like Charger one would definitely be pretty cool. But obviously we have Batman and Joker joining in. I moved just the other Superman to the background, and I command stripped using a little clear hook. The Dark Knight tumbler, or I should say the Dark Knight Rises tumbler on the side there. That definitely looks good. I like the tumbler. I like using Hot Wheels and poly bags and stuff kind of like as the background. In fact, I'm probably going to move the Batman poly bag over here, and that one is just a little 30653, I believe it is. It's all the way up top of my wall, but I can move that on over here and see if I have anything else DC related left in the room. But I'm excited to finally start building some different themes here. I've been working so hard on just like huge displays for a while that a lot of these smaller themes like DC, even like the forest and then above it, just like these smaller displays are something that I have kind of ignored for a while in lieu of like the city, the Harry Potter display, the giant castles and stuff like that, and Barad-dûr, the Black Gate, just these huge projects. But with Christmas time and everything rapidly approaching as of filming this, Black Friday just was, and my whole new camera setup, like, it's a nice time for me to build through my backlog and focus on a lot of smaller projects while hammering out hopefully some more of the Winter City or the Winter Village in the city here pretty soon. But that's going to do it for this build, folks. Thank you all so much for joining me down nostalgia and memory lane. I remember building some Man of Steel sets when I was a kid, and now it's 2024, and it's sad to know that, oh my God, has the time flies. So 10 to 11 years old when you guys, or I should say 11 to 12 years old when you guys see this. So, yeah, time flies. But thank you all so much. Let me know of what random DC sets that have been forgotten to time that you would like to see me build or just add to the collection. I'm working on doing a custom minifigure display. If you're interested in picking up those, as always, I'll have my link below if you guys want to save 10%. I'm debating Green Lantern or Superman. The Superman logo, I don't know if it would work as well in a rounded shape, but I think Green Lanterns would. But I'm honestly a little bit torn. And as always, if you guys want to get started on your LEGO lighting journey, head to the description below, and I'll have my affiliate link with light tailing and Bricksmax. It does help support the channel and get you guys started on some awesome light kits of your own. But I'll see you next time. Happy holidays and happy building, everybody.